clears throat, a warm, grandfatherly tone fills the air. Greetings, children of the dust. It is I, Abraham, your father in faith. I come to you from a time long past, a time of tents and stars, of promises whispered on the wind and trials that tested the very core of my being. Today, I will tell you a story. A story not of battles or kings, but of something far more precious, the binding of Isaac. Pauses, looks heavenward. You remember, perhaps, how the Lord promised me, in my old age, a son. A son through whom my descendants would be as numerous as the stars in the night sky and the grains of sand on the seashore. Sarah, my beloved wife, laughed at first. But the Lord's word is truth, and in our twilight years, Isaac was born. Joy beyond measure filled our tent. He was the son of promise, the heir to the covenant, the light of our old age. Slows the pace, a hint of sorrow enters his voice. Years passed, and Isaac grew into a strong and handsome young man. He was a comfort to me, a reminder of God's faithfulness. Then, one morning, the voice of the Lord thundered in my heart. I awoke with a chill that had nothing to do with the desert air. The Lord spoke, "Abraham. Abraham." I answered, trembling, "Here I am." His voice, heavy with a purpose I could not fathom, commanded, "Take your son, your only son, Isaac, whom you love, and go to the region of Moriah. Sacrifice him there as a burnt offering on a mountain I will show you." Silence for a beat, lets the weight of the command sink in. Imagine, my children, the agony that pierced my soul. The son I had waited for, prayed for, loved beyond measure, to be offered as a sacrifice. My heart cried out against it. I wrestled with the command all night, pleading with the Lord in my spirit. But the word remained firm. Voice becomes resolute, reflecting Abraham's eventual obedience. Early the next morning, I rose, saddled my donkey, and took Isaac and 2 servants with me. I split the wood for the burnt offering. My heart felt like a stone within my chest. I dared not look too long at Isaac's face, for the love in his eyes would have broken me entirely. For 3 long days, we journeyed towards the land of Moriah. On the 3rd day, I lifted my eyes and saw the place from afar. I told the servants, "Stay here with the donkey while I and the boy go over there. We will worship and then we will come back to you." Emphasis on the word "we," showing Abraham's unwavering faith. I took the wood for the burnt offering and placed it on my son Isaac, and I myself carried the fire and the knife. As we walked on together, Isaac spoke, "Father." "Yes, my son." I replied, my voice barely a whisper. "The fire and wood are here," he said, "but where is the lamb for the burnt offering?" Pauses, a deep breath. My heart shattered at his innocent question. I answered, with a faith I barely understood, "God himself will provide the lamb for the burnt offering, my son." Resumes a more narrative pace. We continued to walk together. When we reached the place God had told me about, I built an altar there and arranged the wood on it. Then, with trembling hands, I bound my son Isaac and laid him on the altar, on top of the wood. I reached out my hand and took the knife to slay my son. Voice drops to a whisper, filled with emotion. In that moment, as the knife was poised above my beloved Isaac, the angel of the Lord called out to me from heaven, "Abraham. Abraham." "Here I am," I answered, my voice hoarse with grief and obedience. "Do not lay a hand on the boy," the angel said. "Do not do anything to him. Now I know that you fear God, because you have not withheld from me your son, your only son." Voice rises again, filled with relief and wonder. I looked up and there, in a thicket, I saw a ram caught by its horns. I went over and took the ram and sacrificed it as a burnt offering instead of my son. And I called that place "The Lord will provide." To this day it is said, "On the mountain of the Lord it will be provided." Voice softens, drawing a lesson from the story. My children, this story is not just about a father and a son. It is about faith, obedience, and the boundless love of God. It is about trusting in Him, even when we do not understand His ways. It is about knowing that He will always provide.